Just take a couple of breaths, arriving right here in this moment. Maybe an exhale, a sigh. I listened to a woman this morning that I really like, Austin Channing Brown. She was speaking, she was a keynote speaker for the University of Toledo this morning for Martin Luther King Day. And I loved her message. She was speaking, I'll say that she was speaking to me, but to all of us, to hopefully all of us that are willing to listen. I need you to appreciate learning something new. I need you to appreciate learning something new. So she was talking about the liberation of all people and for us being teachable to that and committed to that. So one of the things that we could do today, if we want to be teachable and committed to justice and liberation for all people, is to read one of MLK's speeches. So there are a couple titles I'll share with you. I have not read them all. So today I plan on picking one of these and reading them. I've read like bits and pieces of some of them, but I am constantly learning about so many things right now. So much to share. It's kind of embarrassing to become 53 years old and realize how much you don't know. But I'll leave it at that because I am teachable and I am committed. So here's one speech, Letters from a Birmingham Jail. There's another one called Beyond Vietnam. Another one called The Role of the Behavioral Scientist in the Civil Rights Movement. Another one called The Other America. And then I've been to the mountaintop. So if after class you're like, can you please say the names again? Can you email them to me? I certainly will do that. Because I didn't want to just hop on today and share some quote, which is what so many of us do in the white teacher yoga world. We just hop on and share a quote from Martin Luther King and the world is suddenly a better place. So I wanted to try to share a little bit more than that because I'm learning. And what did come to mind for me with yoga was a Sanskrit saying that we used to chant together in class, and it won't work like this with this microphone situation, but I'm going to share it with you anyway. The meaning of the saying, what it means is, may all beings everywhere be happy and free, and may my actions contribute to that happiness and freedom. Okay, and the Sanskrit version of that is Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. And I'm going to say it a few times. I'm going to say it slowly. You can just listen, or you can say the first part is Loka. Loka. And then the next one is Samasta. Samasta. Sukhino. Sukhino. It's one word. Sukhino. And then the last one, Bhavantu. Bhavantu. One word. Bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta Sukino Bhavantu. May all beings everywhere be happy and free, and may our actions contribute to that happiness and freedom. So again, just take a deep breath. I hope that you're still here. Let's be right here in our hearts, connected to one another and to something much bigger. And of course, because our class is mostly all women, and once in a while we get a gift of a man showing up. But I read another thing today that said to honor Coretta Scott King, the wife, because without her, there would be no MLK Day and there would be none of this that we're doing. So that's amazing too. All right. Thank you. Let's just take a few breaths together. You can put your hands on your heart. Inhaling and exhaling. And then from our hearts, outward into the world, sending love, sending our actions, reading, learning, educating, donating, doing what we can so that everybody could be sitting here practicing yoga with us and feeling what we feel. Thank you for being here this morning. Let's bow our heads in toward our hearts, grateful for our practice today and for everybody that showed up. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, let's come to lie down on our mats. You can support your head with a pillow or a blanket. And as we say in the yoga world, let's get this party started. Ah, why don't you hug your knees in toward your chest and just give yourself a squeeze? Maybe a gentle rocking, or you might just want to be still, like an upside down child's pose. And then bring your feet down to the ground and just pause here in Ardha Shavasana. So our knees are bent, your arms can rest wherever. And just notice your feet on the ground, the support of the earth and your mat, the support of your head. And the support of your breath. Take 3 full breaths here. And you decide, keep your pillow or not. We'll move into some bridges just as we begin to warm up the body. So you can add your arms right away, or you can take a few without the arms, but we'll press down, especially through the heels. Inhale, lift your pelvis. Maybe the arms are going up and over, and then you exhale, lower down. So you might take some tiny little bridges first, right? Just barely lifting, or you may have already warmed up this morning. Maybe you've been doing squats in your kitchen. I don't know. Breathing and reaching and moving and lifting and grounding. Feel all the elements of the bridge pose, Setu Bandha, but we move in and out of the pose. And what do you feel that's working in your body? The backs of the legs, the buttocks, the breath, your shoulders. Let's take a few more. Connect through your heels. More. And then rest or come up and hold a bridge. Your arms can be by your sides or up and over. Hold the bridge. Think about the base of your buttocks going toward the backs of your knees. So you don't want your butt to fall off here. You don't want a big arch in your back. You want length and strength. Let's take 2 more breaths. Maybe lift your toes just for fun. Feel your feet rooted down. And then let the toes rest. Let your arms come down, and then let your hips come down. And then we'll take our feet wider. You know what's coming. Maybe you'll take your arms wide in a T, perhaps palms facing down. Inhale, lift up into a bridge and lower. Adjust your feet as necessary for your body. I really want you to just feel the legs working. Those are big muscles in our legs and buttocks, and that helps warm up our body. And notice the difference, if there is one. When I take my legs wider, my bridge, it gets a little bit wobbly. Some opportunities to find some strength here. And you might like to rest, or you can come up and hold. Maybe press your arms down, maybe lift a tiny bit higher. Take another breath. And then come down, release your arms, and grab your pillow or your block, and let's take a supported bridge. It's going to feel so nice right now. Just lift your hips, and then bring something underneath your pelvis. Give yourself support. And you can keep your feet on the ground, or you can draw your legs in and take your legs up to the sky. If this action feels too loud, just bend your knees, bend and straighten a few times, and then you'll feel the backs of your legs. You can point your feet or flex. It's getting a little inversion, and you get the same inversion if your feet are down or your legs are floating. So, what does your body need right now? All right, find stillness for 3 full breaths. And then 3 more breaths. Make them full and deep, comfortable, but full and deep, complete. And then 3 more. If your legs are up, you'll bend your knees. We give a few options. We're visiting our core. So if your feet are down, you'll want to draw your legs up. And you may like to hold the edges of your mat. You'll decide as we get going, you'll say, oh, I want to hold, or I want to press my arms down. You'll feel what you need to feel and honor your body. So this is one option. You're touching toes, one set and then the other, moving from your center. Don't go into a back bend. Stay long and strong. If your legs were so happy straight up, then you can lower and lift the legs. Straight legs, or sometimes a little bend feels good for me. Feet can be pointed or ankles flexed. Stay with your energy and your awareness on your center and feel some warmth and some space with your breath while you're doing this work. Or maybe you do this kind of crisscross here with the legs. One's coming up and the other's already starting to go down. So they meet kind of halfway. You could let your leg land on the ground or keep them hovering the whole time. There is a surprise coming. If you'd like to rest, what should you do? Rest as long as you like. When you're ready, right leg down, left leg up, and hold. We're just pausing and holding here. This is very exciting. I'm trembling. Maybe holding the mat. Oh, yeah, that's helping. We've got a couple more breaths here. Keep drawing in and staying long. Strong, strong, strong yogis. And then we'll switch. Right leg up, left leg down. Hold and hover. They're always suggestions. I'm always the guide on the side. I'm not in charge. Couple more breaths. Oh, this side is different. And leg up, both legs coming down. What's available here? Feet stay on the ground, or if it's okay, stretch your legs out. Maybe add your arms stretching up and over. Whole body breath. Inhale, exhale, and one more like that. Whole body breath. And last thing, before we come to hands and knees, thread the needle. You can stay on your cushion for this. It's really nice, but if you'd rather get the cushion out, you can do that. Left leg on top for thread the needle. You may hold your right thigh or your right shin, or hands free makes it more work. Now I'm actively holding the legs up and I'm actively pressing the legs into one another. So we create some resistance. It's a beautiful time to open your mouth and make some sound. Audible exhales, not the best with a microphone. One more breath. And switch sides. Right ankle on top, holding the leg or not. Pressing the legs into one another, maybe holding the mat again if that gives you, it's like a prop, right? A little support. Last couple of breaths here. Make some noise if you'd like. And slowly release. Last time, if you'd like, stretch out your whole body. Deep breath, deep in breath, and big, beautiful exhale, out breath. And slowly bend your knees, come off the cushion or the block, and lower down. Just pause for a moment. Let your spine feel the earth. Let your pelvis feel neutral. And now we'll revisit. I know you're going to be thrilled about this. We will revisit the core work right here and see if it feels any different. So maybe you want your pillow now, maybe not. Knees come up, and here's an option: touching down, staying very strong. Remember, your spine might have a little natural lumbar curve, or you might be pressing down into the mat. If you liked full legs, one lowers, the other lowers, maybe they kind of crisscross, or I don't know if that's the right word. They're not really crisscrossing, they're meeting on the way. How's your jaw? How are your shoulders? And next time your right leg is down, hover, pause, left leg up, right leg down, hover and pause. Maybe hold the edges of your mat, stay strong in your center. Take one more breath and then one more. And then we'll switch. Whew. Left leg out, right leg up, and breathing. Maybe a little bend. Oh, that helped. Oh my goodness, this side is so much fun. One more breath and then one more for good measure. Release. Stretch your legs out. Stretch your arms up and over. Big breath in. Big breath out. Let's make our way to hands and knees. Or maybe you're just going to decide to go to Shavasana and rest. Coming upright, maybe a little warmer. You can cushion your knees now with your blanket. Oh, do I have a yoga emergency? I hope not. Okay. All right. So let's take some cats and cows, but maybe you take your hands and your legs wider than you usually do. Just taking up some space. They can be just a little wider, and it changes the experience of our pose. So imagine that you're just making space for another person at your table when we can do that again. And we look forward to that. And how does your spine feel in these cats and cows? Breathing in and breathing out. Maybe you're doing the non-traditional breath that is cued here, which would be an exhale for cow and an inhale for cat. You can try it if you'd like. Just one or two more. And then allow yourself to come up into a downward facing dog just for 3 breaths. Feel it out. You don't have to be rigid. You can be a little movie and feel and stretch. And then you'll come after your 3rd breath all the way down into child's pose. Any variation. You can be on your forearms using your blanket. If you have a block, you could rest it under your forehead. And taking 3 breaths here. Maybe open your mouth, move your jaw around, stretch your face out. Ah. Then let's take a side stretch. Just reach your arms and go to one side. Full breath. Back through center and to the other side. Full breath. And back to center. Full breath. Thank you, Balasana, child's pose. And then we come up. And probably you'll want something under your knees. If you don't have anything, you can always fold your mat and make it a little thicker because we're taking a low lunge. So like a crescent, but lower. And sometimes one knee needs that blanket. I like the blanket. So we'll take the right leg forward. You can do it from this position, kneeling. You can take the leg forward. If you need a little support, use your blocks or take your hands down and bring your right leg forward. Okay, so it's just right leg coming forward. And you know, I like to teach this with left knee under the hip, right heel under the right knee. So more of a 90-90 set of legs, but you can do it a way that you would like if you want to make it bigger and more open. All right, and we're inhaling, arms up, and then arms back. Inhaling up, and maybe exhaling back. I don't want you to be contractually held to that breath, but let your body breathe as your arms reach up and reach back. Good. Let's do one more. Arms go up and then arms reach back. And then please take your right foot over to the right and turn the foot out like we did in the bridge pose. Your left arm will come down. So I've got all this space. I might even go off the mat. I'm kind of wild like that. So big space. And then the right arm can go up in this nice open, hopefully feel good twist. If your arm doesn't reach the ground easily, there's your block opportunity or blockertunity. One more beautiful breath here. And you'll unwind, come back down. Now your hands are on the ground, so you could very nicely take your right leg back or come up, bring your right leg back. Left leg is coming forward. Here we go. Inhaling, arms up. Exhaling, reaching back. There's a surprise in this one. We're reaching up and we're reaching back. Reaching up, back. How is your breath? How's your 90-90 legs? How are they? Okay. in the front of your body. Clasp your hands, send your palms out, and then reach your arms up. Try not to create a back bend here. It's tempting, but stay in a Tadasana spine so you're long and strong. Your arms are reaching up. If they don't go up by your ears, that's no problem. Wherever they are, try to pull your hands apart and feel your shoulders working. And be grateful for your shoulders and your arms, because one day we'll be able to hug each other again. And you better believe I will be hugging each and every one of you. I hope it's not 2022 because I look forward to it. All right, slowly releasing, and now clasp behind your back. Just clasp your hands, and you can reach down or you can reach back. That will just depend on shoulders and chest. Imagining this heart center open, taking the next right action, checking in with your heart center often. One more breath. And release. Walk your left leg over to the left and turn the foot out. Bring your right hand down, maybe off the mat, maybe onto a block. Left arm comes up into a twist. So this is a very odd twist. I like it because I feel like there's a lot of space to breathe. So take 2 really big, beautiful breaths here. And we'll slowly unwind, using your hands to take the left leg back or adjusting your posture so that you can bring the left leg back. Bring the right leg forward again. This time you'll need your hands or your blocks or something because we're going to curl the back toes under and lift the back leg. So now we're in a lunge. We're coming up into full crescent. If you're not feeling it today, woo! Put your back knee down. Maybe you liked that more. Okay, so here's option 1. Remember these arms? They felt so good. If you'd like a little more, you're adding your body, leaning forward, reaching back, rising up, reaching up, leaning forward, reaching back. Don't forget to breathe. Feel rooted in your legs. If you feel super wobbly, take your right foot over to the right. Give yourself more space. Continue moving or pause and be where your body feels happy, or lean forward, reach back, hold, push down through your front heel. This is not easy. Things are talking loudly. Take a breath. We're feeling a little discomfort. That's okay. Take one more breath. Bring your hands down to the ground. We're twisting again. So left leg is back, left hand is down, right arm goes up. Twist. One more breath. Keep the back leg active. If it's up, let it work for you. And then unwind. Drop the back knee. Decide. Use your hands to bring the right leg back, or rise up and bring your right leg back. Left leg forward. Okay. Whoa, I'm so wobbly this morning. I think it's the socks. I don't know, but I feel like my little receptors need to feel. Okay. Curl your back toes under and lift your knee. Strong body rising up. Crescent lunge. Remember the beautiful arms. What are you reaching for? And then maybe adding the torso, leaning forward and reaching back. Each side is different. Breathe into your body. That's the fuel to make these postures, these asanas. Okay, holding, perhaps leaning forward, holding, reaching back. I need a little support. I'm going to bring my hands to my thigh. Otherwise, reaching back, neck long, spine long. 2 more breaths here. Let your back leg be fired up. Let your front heel root down. Good. And then you'll bring your hands down to the ground. Take up as much space as you need. Right hand down. The right leg is in the back. The left arm comes up for your twist. I'm going to just experiment. I'm going to take that really wide, weird, turned out foot twist here. Yeah, feels kind of nice. One more breath. And then we unwind, bring the back knee down, coming up, bringing the left leg back, and pausing, kneeling, sort of a Tadasana shape, right? We are long and strong. Just check in. And we'll make our way to Tadasana a little differently than we usually do. So whichever leg you want to lead with, you'll bring it forward. And then you're going to curl the back toes under and step forward. Voila, Tadasana. You can probably, get your blanket out of the way. And let's just flow a little bit with a chair, with some half sun salutes. Find a place on your mat. Notice something beautiful, your wall, your home, yourself. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Halfway up, inhale. Exhale, fold. Rise up, inhale. Chair pose, exhale. Inhale, stand. Exhale to your heart. Let's do it again. Up, forward fold, Uttanasana. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Ardha Uttanasanas, you're halfway. Exhale, Uttanasana. Rising up, reaching up. Chair pose. Rising up. Hands to heart. Do 3 more with your breath. Pause and rest, or you have one last one. Make your way to the top of your mat. We're adding on. We'll take our time moving through a Surya Namaskar A-ish. I have to say ish because I always change things up. I apologize. That probably makes me a very bad yogi, but I like variation. So here we go. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Halfway up, inhale. Pause here. Just take a couple of breaths. You might bend your knees, but keep your spine long. Reach the crown of your head. On your next exhale, bend your knees, plant your hands, and come back. Downward facing dog. Find your dog, say thank you, good morning, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Come forward into plank. Drop your knees or not. Come down to the ground, long and strong. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reach the legs, reach them back. Press the tops of your feet down. Press your hands down. Make little grasshopper arms. And then lift your heart. Lift your chest. Lift your gaze, but keep your neck long and happy. Press your pubic bone down a lot. So we're creating length in the low back here, not compressing. If you want more, lift your hands. Don't lift your feet. Keep your kneecaps lifting so that your legs are working, your butt is working, and just hover your hands for 2 breaths. Not easy. And release your head, curl your toes under, push the ground away, come up, child's pose, reaching back, lengthen the spine, full deep breath here. Making your way to downward facing dog. Walk your feet up to your hands. If you hop, you can hop. Halfway up, inhale. Exhale, fold. Rising all the way up, inhale. Hands to heart, exhale. We're going to try that again. Well, we'll try 1 breath per movement, but it's not a rush. If you get behind, take your time. Pause, breathe, rest. Another option, right here, samastitihi, equal standing pose. Being right here, standing, resting, and breathing. That's powerful, by the way. So don't think, oh, I'm not going to do it. Now I'm less. Nope, 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 nope. All right, if you're journeying, here we go. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Halfway up, inhale. Exhale, plant your hands. Downward facing dog. Inhale in your dog. Exhale in your dog. Inhale, plank. Drop your knees or not. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reach the legs back, tops of the feet planted. Arms and hands grasshoppered. Deep breath as you inhale. Chest open, exhale, release. I'm sorry, we're doing it twice more. Inhale, heart lifting, chest lifting. Exhale. Last one. Inhale, lift. Maybe lift your hands. Exhale, release. Curl your toes under. Find hands and knees. Child's pose. Hands and knees. Downward facing dog. Full breath in dog. And walk your hands up to your feet. Halfway up, inhale. Exhale, fold. Rising up, inhale. And exhale to your heart. I kind of hope that that felt like taking a bath or a shower, like just washing your whole body. All right, we are going to come down to sit, and you can sit on your blanket if you'd like, or on your mat. You can take a cross leg Sukhasana seat if that's all right for your body. Otherwise, let your legs straighten out. And let's reach forward. Let's see if we can find the hips and the low back in a really supportive way. So, hands, if they don't reach the ground, blocks are nice, books, whatever you have. And you might place your heart on the floor, that's fine. Just be long and strong in your spine. Maybe let your head very gently kind of dance, like you're just moving it gently so it's not rigid. And then walk your hands back in, and we'll take a gentle twist. Either way, whichever way you went is perfect. Deep breath in, deep breath out. And through center to the other side. Coming back to center, switch the cross of your legs. Folding forward again. Maybe this time the head and the shoulders and a little bit torso. Find this little gentle, small movement. Nothing grandiose. Coming back to center, walking your hands up, bringing your fingertips to your shoulders, and we'll twist. Do the other side first. Whichever side you did first last time, switch it up this time. So the arms are out of the equation now. The muscles of the torso help us rotate. And we may not find as deep of a twist, but we're still getting what we need here. Might actually be a little more work than using the arms and moving the body into the twist. Coming back to center and other side. And coming back to center. Let's take Baddha Konasana. So soles of the feet come to touch. You can have a nice wide diamond with the legs and stay up tall. This is plenty, and this can feel so good, just grounding, palms down, maybe holding part of the legs. If you want more, of course, you can bring the legs, feet in closer to your pelvis, press the feet together, hold wherever it's comfortable, maybe your feet or your ankles. And you can stay upright, or some of you may want to forward fold here. 3 more breaths. And then you'll come up, draw your knees together, let your legs straighten out, and just take a little windshield wiper. Deep breath in, deep breath out. And let's make our way down onto the mat. Get yourself cozy for Shavasana. You have pillows to support your legs. You might add a blanket or sweater. Come to this place of stillness. The body will take in all that we did, all the shapes, all the breathing. And hopefully some of the meanings of today and of us. Shavasana. You can stay and rest longer if you would like. If you're ready to move on with your day, just invite some gentle movement. Roll yourself into fetal pose on one side. Bring yourself up to sit. And close your eyes and bring your hands to your heart. Remembering the beginning of class, may all beings be happy and free, and may our actions contribute to that happiness and freedom. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Thank you for sharing your practice today. Take your yoga off the mat and out into the world. I appreciate you being here so much, so much. Namaste.